What's up YouTube? Team Jackassery come back with a brand new Dragon Ball Super deck profile. This time we are looking at my friend John's King Cold BR Frieza clan deck. He just recently got all the cards to it in the mail yesterday. He got most of the skeleton from when Supreme Rivalry just came out. And now he's got the deck together and I'm going to show it to you. It works pretty well. I played against it a bit yesterday and today. Well, Monday and Tuesday. Because Monday he got the cards put together, he tested it Monday, and we were playing a couple of games here today, and so we are going to look at the King Cold. But before we look at the deck, we are going to look at the King Cold. Yes, we are finally got a good King Cold leader who is green. I think this is the first King Cold leader, if I recall. If not, feel free to correct me. So it's King Cold BR from the Broly movie, the new canon Broly. So King Cold is green. And with this deck, has a lot of fields, so prepare for a lot of long text. His ability is permanent. When activating a field skill of a green extra card with an original energy cost of 2 from your hand, reduce the energy cost by 1, so all your fields are reduced by 1. When this card is placed in your leader area, activate 1 King Cold's Dynasty from your deck. So activate the field from your deck for free. Auto once per turn, when you activate a green extra card with an original energy cost of 2 and field skill, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand, draw 1 card, so you're getting 2 cards in your hand, and a little Self-Awaken. And when your life is 4 or less, switch 2 of your energy to active mode and flip this card over. And also to point out, he is King Cold BR. And on the Awaken side, we get King Cold, Ruler of the Galactic Dynasty. So same permanent as on the other side, and when you activate a green extra card with an energy cost of 2 with a field, draw a card. So anytime you play a field with energy cost of 2, get to draw a card. And active battle once per turn, choose 1 green extra card with an energy cost of 2 and field skill in your battle area. Placed in the drop area, this card gets plus 10,000 power. So he becomes a 25 beat stick, and you can just toss away your fields to play another one. So that's him, and next we'll move on to the deck. First we have 3 unisons, King Vegeta, Umbral, Invader, so he is a green unison with specific of 2, 15,000 power, and 3 abilities. Plus 1, active main, choose one of your mono green extra card with energy cost of 2 or less with the field skill, and activate it. So, plus 1, you get to activate a field for free, and minus 1 if your opponent chooses one of their battle cards with energy cost of 5 or less and KOs it. And what you really want to use it for is this minus 3 active battle. This card gets triple strike and plus 5,000 for each extra card in your battle area with a field skill. So this is one of your secret wins. He never really got it off that much when we were playing because he really didn't need it. But it's just if he needs to do it, he will do it. Next we got 4 copies of Berry Blue. Frieza's Advisor. She has a 1-drop, 5,000 combo, 4,000 power. We just run a 4 playset of it. When this card is played, look at the top 7 cards of your deck, add up to 1 green unison or with a specific of 2, or choose 1 green extra card with field skill among them and add it to your hand, and then shuffle your deck. Activate once per turn, pay 1 green. If your leader card is King Cold BR, activate 1 mono green extra card with energy cost of 2 from your drop area. So you get to reuse your drop area fields once they're in your drop, and you get to search for more. Next we run 4 copies of Cooler Vicious Ambush. He is a 2-drop, 5,000 combo, 15,000 power crit. Auto pay 1 green. If your leader card is green, when you activate a green extra card, play this card from your hand. You can play copies of this for the copies of this card for the duration of the turn. So instead of paying the 2, whenever you play an extra card, say like a green negate, pay 1 green and you get to play him for free. And it's pretty good for a 15 crit, pay for 1 green to play him, considering most of your fields get played for free or just paid by 1. So with that 1 energy, you can just play out your crit. And next we have 4 copies of Cooler Effortless Strike. 1 SPR 3 regular, we run that at 4. He is a 4-drop, 5,000 combo, 15,000 power. Counterplay, play this card, and if the battle card being played has an energy cost of 4 or less, place it in its owner's drop area instead of being played. Permanent, during your opponent's turn, reduce the card energy cost of this card in your hand by 1 for each green extra card in your battle area or drop area. So he can be played for at least 1 if you have a lot of extra cards used. When this card is played, your opponent has 8 or more cards in their hand. They choose one card in their hand and discard it. So it's a little hand control and really good counterplay. I have to say it's one of the best counterplays I've ever seen for green. It's really strong too. It's 15 and it can be used for 1. And next we run 3 copies of Surprise Attack Frieza. He is a 4-drop, 5,000 or 10,000 combo, plus 1 to use his combo, 15,000 power crit. Activate this skill when your opponent's battle card is KO'd. If Surprise Attack Frieza is not in your battle area, you may play this card from your hand. So like the cooler, you can just pay 1 green to play it, but with Frieza, when anything's KO'd on your opponent's field, he just comes out for free, and you can only play one, only have 1 out in the field, because if you can have multiple of this guy out, it'd be a bit busted. And next we run 4 copies of Frieza Revived and Revealed. He is a 4-drop, 5,000 combo, 20,000 power, dual attack blocker, and his permanent reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 1 for every 2 green extra cards in your battle area or drop area. So he becomes more cheaply played the more extra cards you've used and have out on your field. Auto once per turn, choose 1 green extra card in the battle area with an energy cost of 2 or less, and the field skill, place in an owner's drop area. When this card activates its blocker, switch it to active mode, so it's a multiple use blocker, and it's also Frieza BR, so you can you can't really use the Xeno Frieza stuff, unfortunately, because it's BR. And next we run 3 copies of Golden Frieza, Pinnacle of the Clan. He is a 5-drop, 10,000 combo, plus 1 to use his combo, 25,000 power. Deflect, so he can't be counterplayed. Double Strike. And trying to get that close in. Reduce the energy cost of this in your hand by 1 for every 2 green extra cards in your battle area or drop area. Activate once per turn, choose 1 green extra card with an energy cost of 2 or less and a field skill in your battle area. Place in the owner's drop area, choose up to one of your opponent's cards in their hand, and 1 battle cards ignoring barrier. Place them in the owner's drop and switch this card to active mode. So you choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignore barrier, and choose 1 card in your opponent's hand, discard them, and then he gets switched to active mode. Pretty good to run at 3. You don't want to run too much at 4, because running too many high costing cards would be a bit too much grind. And next we have 4 copies of King Cold Supreme Ruler. He is a 3-drop, 5,000 combo, 15,000 power. Counter attack, negate the attack, play this card. Permanent, reduce the energy cost in the hand by 1 for each green extra card in your battle area. So it can be mostly played for just its generic 1 green. When this card is played, your opponent can't attack leader cards for the duration of the turn unless they choose 1 card in their hand and discard them per time. This card is just really good. It's too bad it's mostly focused on field cards. For most decks it can run, it'll just be reduced by the energy cost of 1, because most other decks you can only run 1 field. But for this deck, it's kind of perfect, and it's really good. Because your opponent wants to keep attacking you. If they use a spam deck, they have to pitch cards in order to attack. And next, for super combos, we run 4 copies of Defending Father Paragus. He is a 2-drop, 10,000 combo, 10,000 power super combo. When you combo with this card, if your leader card is green, and your life is 4 or less, draw 2 cards. You can choose 1 card in your hand, send it to the warp. One of the good super combos, but not the best, because you have to warp a card in your hand. Now on to the fields. The 1 field that gets played when your leader card is activated. King Cold's Dynasty, and yes, a lot more text. It's a field with barriers, so you can't target it. Field, if your leader card is a green King Cold BR, places any mono green extra cards with field skill in the battle area, and your mono green extra cards with an original extra cost of 2 in field does not cause any other extra cards with field to be placed in the drop area. So you can play as many fields as you want. This is the card that lets you have as many as you want. Permanent, you cannot activate extra cards with field skills of a copy of extra cards with the same name. So you can't play any fields with the same name, is basically is how that's written. You can only have 1 of each field out with a different name. And next we run 3 copies of Royal Supremacy for more fields. It is a 2-drop field, extra card. Counterattack, negate the attack, then choose any number of your opponent's battle cards who totals up to 3 and KO them. And permanent, if you have 3 or more green extra cards with field in your battle area, you can activate this card's counter skill from your hand without paying an energy cost. Sorry, that's not a field, that's a counter attack. Sorry, I'm just reading these cards for the first time. For this review, I did not really review them before the review. But yeah, it is a negate, not a field. I apologize for that. Just making sure everything else is a field here, and yes, it is. Next, we run 3 copies of a new roller field. It is a 2-drop. Extra card, when this card is placed in your battle area, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, add up to 1 mono green card among them, add it to your hand, place any of the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. This card is just perfect because mostly everything in the deck, well, actually all of it, is mono green. When this card is placed in your drop area from your battle by one of your skills, draw a card, then choose 1 card in your hand and discard it. So you're getting to replace a card for a card you discard, and you're getting to search for a lot more cards. Next, we run 3 copies of Terrified Realization. It is another 2-drop field. We'll see everything in this deck. Oops, 2-drop field. Permanent. If you have 4 more extra cards in your battle area with a field skill, and your green Frieza clan battle cards get plus 5,000 for the turn. When this card is placed in your battle area, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand, draw 1 card, so it's another Self-Awaken, draw a card. And if you have 4 more extra cards, your Frieza clans get a lot bigger. Next, we go with 4 copies of Anticipated Onslaught. It is a 4-drop, or sorry, we run this at 4. It is a 2-drop field again. If your leader card is a green King Cold BR card, when this card is placed in your battle area, draw 1 card, then choose up to 1 of your mono green Frieza clan or Frieza's armor card with energy cost of 2 or less from your hand and play it, so it gives you some free play. Auto once per turn. If your leader card is green, or sorry, when a green extra card with a field skill in your battle area other than this card is placed in your owner's drop area by one of your skills, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost 2 or less and KO it, so it just kills anything 2 or less, like a blocker or something like that, that just get rid of some combo food. And last but not least, we have 4 copies of Unstoppable Invasion. It is another 2-drop field. Every leader card is a green King Cold BR card, and when this card is placed in your battle area, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand, then choose 1 of your leader cards. It gets plus 10,000 and double strike for the turn, so your leader becomes a 25 double striker. When this card is played in your battle, when this card is in your battle area, is placed in the drop area by one of your skills, choose up to 1 of your opponent's unison cards, remove a marker from it. So you just mostly want to use it for that one ability, or unless they got a really good unison out that's about to proc, just get rid of one of its markers. And that is it for the King Cold BR Frieza Clan deck. So tell me what you guys think. Remember to comment, rate, please subscribe, like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Full links are in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content. There'll be more content like this and much more on my channel. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.